Hello or welcome back. I've been away for a really long time now. But for now I only have a speed draw thing, so I'm just gonna talk about the character a bit. You know, you can skip through it, see the end results, anything. And I hope you guys enjoy the very late video. I will let you know that I probably won't be able to post as frequently as I would like to. I am in grade 12 and currently post-secondary education is my most important thought. So that's the only thing that's going on in my brain right now. But going into next semester, I'll probably start living a life again. But yeah, so enough of that. The character I'm drawing, I'm not gonna say her name because I want to change her name, but her OG name is Yua, Y-U-A. I don't remember what it meant. But so her story consists of her parents, a love interest, which is I don't know what I want to do with him. Her father's brother and her cousins. So Yua is a princess. Wow, what a shocker. This is a story that I created back in 2019, as you can see on the screen with my previous sketchbook. I was in grade 7 or 8, so this is really old. So basically Yua is the heir to the throne because her dad's the king. But her uncle is like, boo-hoo, I want that. And he's trying to convince her dad to give him the throne so he could give it to his son instead of a little girl. Yes, some sexism in there. And so the dad is like, hell no. My daughter is completely capable of doing what a man can do. And so her uncle sets the place on fire. Yeah, he's kind of an arsonist like that. And so Yua's parents die. Or so we think they die. I'm just gonna put that in there. And Yua loses her memories because this happens when she's 5, 6, at most 7. So, and she ends up on the streets. She is one with the streets, and she grows up. That's I think where the story starts originally. Is we see her all grown up, and grown up equals 16, 17. And she doesn't know who she is, but she's made up a name for herself. She's got a reputation on the streets. And then somewhere along the line, because I have not made this story well enough with my little grade 6, 7 brain, she meets her love interest who has a sibling, I think, or I might be remembering something else. And let's go with no, because I genuinely don't remember. And so they meet each other, and he's like, hey, I'm trying to, go back to my hometown. You seem to know the place. Can you, help me? And you seem to be able to survive on, nothing. Can you help me get there? And she's like, how much are you paying me? And so so they go on their way, and then they stumble upon like this little cave area, and where the drawing you see me drawing right now is that part of the story. So they find this like a glowing source. They walk up to it. She holds that thing, and it's like I haven't set the thing up. Like, I'm just going off what I feel like right now, so this might change if I ever like take this story seriously. Like, it's like, let's say like a dragon's power or something. Okay, this is really cringy. She is such a Mary Sue. Okay. And so she like absorbs that power, and she's like, wow, I'm a fairy prince. Just kidding. But like, so she's like, what the heck just happened? And he's like, what the heck just happened? And then they go on their merry way, and then as, they get closer to that town, and the more time she spends with that, magical rock she touched, she starts remembering things, but she doesn't know what they mean. And like, we see these like flashbacks of her childhood self, and she's like, whoa, I wore fancy clothes, or maybe this is just my imagination. And then in that town, she sees like these huge paintings and like the cathedral glass things, those little in the churches, yeah, that type of stuff. And she's like, wow, that looks a lot like me. This is such a Rapunzel thing. and so he's like, wait, that looks a lot like you. And she's like, that's what I was thinking. And then so they go to this like festival thing on their way in the town happening, and she's like, they've arrived at the town. He knows where he is now. She's like, I got nowhere to stay. And he's like, stay at my house. You help me. Plus, I'm gonna pay you. So while they're on their way, they notice there's like a festival thing, and like the king who took over, which is her uncle, sees her, and he's like, what the hell? How? What? Like, cause so he doesn't know she's, herself. She's Yua, the lost princess. Oh my god, no. But she looks just like her mother. So he's like, oh my god, is that who I think it is? Oh no, no. And then he's like, okay, I'm gonna send out people to kill her, even if it's not her. And so that happens, and they fight them off, but she still gets like captured. I don't know, okay? I'm making this up on the spot. She gets captured, and not the king, but the queen, so her aunt, who has no affiliation with her family other than being married to her uncle, is like, how the hell are you alive? I killed you. And she's like, what? Excuse me, ma'am? A queen? What's going on? And she's like, bro, I killed you. I killed your husband, I killed your kid. And she's like, my kid? I'm 16. And she's like, oh, you are the kid. and her aunt's like, oh no, this is terrible, we must get rid of her. But her children, who are like not all, one of them, actually, no, they're mostly all older than her. So one of them sees, one of the good ones, the only good one, sees, and he's like, What? And so she gets thrown into like the dungeon, and he goes to be like, hey, I barely remember you, but that's fucked up. I'll help you out. Also, I know where your dad is. And she's like, I have a dad? Anyways, and then so she stays there for like 2 more days, and then her aunt's son, so her cousin, gets her out of the prison cell, and then the jail cell, the prison cell, whatever, and then and then he's like, come this way, and then he takes her to her dad, who is somehow alive. Spoilers. And then she's like, who's this weird stinky old man? And he's like, oh my god, are you my daughter? Because she looks just like his wife. And she's like, I don't know. And then somehow they fight the king, who is her uncle. She gets the throne, and they live happily ever after. And yes, the dude she met is still her love interest, even though I kind of said I didn't want that. But they have kids. I know, my little like 7th grade brain made children for them, and they have a whole nother story of their own, which I think is so much more interesting than this one. But if I drew this out, I'd probably be able to make it, less cringy. But for now, this is the best way I can sum it up. I don't even think telling you any of this is worth it, because it is so bad. But yeah, anyways, enjoy the rest of the speed draw, or yeah, that. And yeah, thank you for watching.